Hey guys, today's video is just about the sheer amount of people, the number of people on antipsychotic medications and like active serotonin reuptake inhibitors, and all these antidepressants, anti-anxiety medications, mood stabilizers. It's scary now. It's really scary. Like when I was growing up, we barely even heard of these things. They were still around, but we barely even heard of them. Antidepressants and all these pills were marketed through the entertainment industry and other things. It's kind of like just a part of life, just something that you do. But is that life? That's not life, trust me. When you eat real food, you'll know that. There's a lot of young people especially being put on these medications that is harrowing. It's detrimental to society, not just their health. It's destroying society. For people who are investors in like pharmaceutical companies, who have got investments in just general investments, pension pots and things like that, those people are going to benefit, right? Those people benefit tremendously from when, food companies and drug companies and even tobacco companies make money. But for the common person who's working, 9 to 5, working pretty hard, paying their taxes as well, and then not having much to show for it, it's crazy what that's doing to society and the effect that it has, the domino effect that has. It's just, imagine you have a mother, right, and she's all stressed out, she's losing it, right, and now instead of her just coming to her senses and be like, you know what, this is crazy, I need to do something about my health and it needs to be natural. Well, here's the thing, that leads to a dead end, because a lot of the people talking about natural ways to, rejuvenate your health and rehabilitate and heal are just being vindicated and pushed away like charlatans, especially people like me. You're going to get a lot of people, you'll see it in the comments, you'll see people will make videos about me saying, this guy's crazy, he's out of his mind, and what he's doing, nobody should replicate that because this man is not fact-checked and he's not science-based. Well, yeah, I am science-based. Do you know what science even comes from? Science comes from intuition. Science comes from people having ideas about things and then testing them to see if they're real. Science doesn't come with facts and then trying to test the facts, because the facts weren't there to begin with, right? We discover we have to look for the facts and then verify the facts, right? But a lot of what's been verified out here has been verified by human beings. That's what I'm trying to say. Human beings are just human beings. They're just human, and it's human nature to have a self-interest, and it's human nature to value. Do you see where I'm getting at? So the corporations, the companies out there who are making the money off of these medications, are having a tremendous life. Their quality of life is improved. Their living standards are improved, right? And it's at your expense, because you're the one who's losing it, waking up angry, struggling to sleep at night, waking up in the middle of the night, right? Having anxiety issues, having hormonal imbalances. A lot of you women have issues with your menstrual cycle and your hormones and irritability, and you're taking it out on the people around you, and you just think that's okay. And you think that's normal, and you think that's now people have just accepted how society is. We know that society is fucked up. You know that, whether you're living in America, whether you're living in a nice country in Europe, some of the nicest countries even, right? Society is just disintegrated, man, and people just accept it for what it is and say, this is modernity, this is modern life. And it doesn't necessarily have to be that way, because now we're so connected, we can talk about ways to improve that situation for everyone. So we can set limits on how much abuse we take from food industries and pharmaceutical industries and other industries too, and force our governments, because without us pushing our governance to do things about this, they just assume that we trust them, and they assume that they're doing a good job by keeping corporations and companies happy and letting them make all this money with no tax, right? So we barely get anything from it, right? So think about this. Like, think about any time you have a family member or a friend that's been offered medications for their mental well-being, or even like some pain that they have. Now, they've stopped prescribing antibiotics for literally everything under the sun like they used to, because they're starting to realize these things, but only after people have been screaming about it for like half a century. Now we're living in the modern world with all this technology and stuff, and we're still doing things in the medical system 50 whole years behind the medical research and scientific consensus. So we say that it's all fact-based and science-based, but we're still operating on a level that's fact and science-based from 50 years ago. So we need to be looking in the future and like preparing for the future and future-proofing ourselves, not running and making profit off of people until we force an improvement in the system. So it's an interesting thing to think. I hope talking about this in this way challenges you to think about things differently and think that, you know, what you pay for is what you get in this world. Just because something's cheaper in a store doesn't mean that you're getting a good deal. Like, it's not like you can live with less. No, you're just paying for less and you're getting less. So you're paying for a whole bunch of nothing. So when you pay for something like a piece of meat, if that meat is quality meat, you're getting your money's worth for the meat. Even though it's expensive, you're getting your money's worth. Whereas if you pay for low quality caged hens, for example, versus organic, pasture raised hens, eggs, you're going to get really bad quality eggs. And guess what? You're working hard to pay for those eggs, to eat those eggs, to get sick. And when you get sick, the medicine companies make money from you again. So you just keep getting made money from, and you don't put anything in your body or in your bank account. Do you understand? So start waking up. We can do something about this. If we get even just a handful of people to change, if I get a few people to become aware and change their habits, like I have online, talking to individuals, now I'm trying to do it to the masses. Now I'm trying to talk to groups of people to get you engaged and involved in the future. So that's what that is. Anyways, I've got some people coming to the car next to me now, so I'm going to go. It's nice speaking to you guys. Like and subscribe as always. Take care.